Well, you mustn't hate it.
I don't hate it. I'm just not sure yet.
Well, lots of it around. Nathan will then he like gets right. He's like preparing the mince part of the shepherd's pie, and he's like rolled up his sleeves and he's going at it with his hands, mixing in mixing in some like salt, pepper, and basil, and just general herbs and stuff as he's going at it. He's just chatting away.
I find it very intriguing that so many of your different species seem to be coexisting with each other as well as it seems to be.
Hasn't always been like that.
How so?
Well, before the Reaper Wars, how do I put this? There was a lot of tension between my race, the humans, and Dia and August. They're the kind of spiky bird-looking things, the
You
ones that
call
have
them
the
Turians.
yes, Turians. They we had a little bit of an altercation when the humans first discovered interspace travel. We were trying to do something highly dangerous to the rest of the galaxy, but we had just sort of discovered things, and it caused a conflict. And there was a lot of tension there for a while, but we kind of got over it and grew to work together for a while. We still do work together very closely. Well, we did before, you know, Trebia got the whole thing. Um, the Solarians, it's Vito's race. Um, they
We're
worked with the
mostly seen as spies, I guess.
intelligence,
Galaxy.
that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. If you're a Solarian, you're either going to be a scientist or a spy,
or both,
or
depending.
both.
I
I
see.
can't. Yeah, how do I put this? Turians are known for being militaristic because that's just how they were. That's just kind of how they are. If I put it
It's their
that way,
culture.
you know what I mean. A lot of them are like that. There are some who stray from that path. Um, my adoptive parent was a Turian. She was very regimented in her ways, but she was also very understanding. I think she understood me in a way that I don't think many other Turians would have. But humanity is one of those races that I can't give you a definitive explanation other than saying we are jacks of all trades and masters of many. We are highly varied. For example, you won't find very many humans as tall as I am. I am an outlier in that sense. I'm a very tall human. But as you can probably tell, I'm not very tall compared to the other species on this ship, aside from Pip and Koalan.
Humans
So,
do seem to be the most diversified of all the species in the Milky Way.
yeah.
My people have a saying. I think there are a lot of sayings that came after the humans established first contact. There's the saying, diversity indeed, that we use when we speak about humans.
That's very interesting. Where I am from, the the Angara are the only sapient races in the galaxy as far as we know.
That's really strange.
It never bothered us before. But we were aware that other galaxies must have had other sapient races too. We just didn't expect for there to be so many different types in one system.
We are definitely a brewing pot of different cultures, species, individuals. There are many more, in fact, that I can't. Well, I could tell you more about them, but I don't think I'd be the best person to tell you about them. Vito is a historian. He would be more adept at answering your questions than me.
Yes. Any question you have about past culture or species in general, I could answer.
He will nod and say, "What do you think your galaxy's purpose is.
Our purpose?
Yes.
Do we have to have one? I think my own is to live, experience, be knowledgeable. Guess that's pretty much what all Solarians wish. Probably not the best person to ask. Every race out there has their own definition as to what their purpose is. There isn't really a solid answer. We just are.
Here's a question just out of curiosity, because there are so many of you here, so many different types of you here. Which species do you value more than the others? And which do you value less?
That's a hard question, isn't it?
That's why I'm asking it.
I don't know. My husband is a Turian. I suppose I established a better connection with my Turian side of the family than with the Solarian side. I mean, one of my sisters came to the wedding. Only one of them. My mother sent a generic congratulations card. Unsigned. I mean, she acknowledged it, at least. But I wouldn't say I value Solarians any less than I value my Turian family. I wouldn't say I value Volus any less than I would me as a Solarian. We're all of us, one way or another, influence the way the galactic society is. If one of the races that joined the council space wasn't there, I don't think our society would be the same. It's not a matter of which one is valued more, but a matter of, I don't know.
The reason I asked that question is because one of the more recent reports we got from the Pathfinder team before we lost contact was their assessment of the life, sentient life here in this galaxy. Out of character, I think that where you guys are in Irune, you're near the terminus systems. Out of character,
I think you're kind of on the edge of the alliance, not the alliance space, sorry, of the Citadel space. Yeah.
right? So it's around where the terminus systems are.
Yeah, it's kind of close to it. Yeah.
He's gonna say the first species that they encountered during their explorations were Batarians, Vorcha. That was our first impression of life here in galaxy space. You, Mr. Nathan, spoke earlier about first impressions. Hopefully you can understand why we decided to be very cautious about immediately reaching out to your leaders after our experiences observing those races.
Well, As much as I'd like to say that I agree that every race has its own value, the Batarians can go fuck themselves. That's just my personal opinion. They're slavers. They raid lonely colonies. Sure, they lost a lot before the Reaper Wars. One of the mass relay in their home system went nuclear and basically destroyed their home system. But at the same time, they got kicked off the council because of what they were doing. So I think in general, you'll find a lot of people don't like Batarians. Not to say every Batarian is a bad person, just that majority you'll find a lot of people don't like them.
The Pathfinder team, Zorai, the leader, was not particularly fond of them.
Shit.
Well, that's something we already have in common.
I also noticed that one member of your crew is a Vorcha.
Zadrari is different. We met when
How
we were
so?
younger. Zadrari, myself, and Logan, Dia, met when we were young on planet Earth, my home, during the Reaper War. I unknowingly saved Zadrari's life by giving her food, and I knowingly and willingly saved Logan's life. So, how do I put this? No matter what race you're talking about, you'll find outliers, both on the good and bad side. You'll find humans who, prefer working with the Batarians over working with their own species because they believe slavery is a thing that they're entitled to. You'll find Vorcha who are highly literate and highly intelligent, who want nothing more from the galaxy than to be given a chance, and Zadrari is one of them. So,
I understand that. I hope you also understand that I myself am learning about all of these new species, and at least initially, I need to go by the intelligence that was gathered by my people while they were here. When I was deciding on whether or not to reveal myself to you earlier, I did notice the Vorcha with you, and I have to admit it made that decision very difficult.
Well,
You'll have to excuse me if I decide to limit my interaction with that one, at least for the time being.
Nathan just kind of shrugs. You do as you please.
Can't really
Anyway.
force directions.
True.
There are members of our group that just don't get along.
Yep.
My first impressions of what was happening in Irune was also not a very positive one.
Desperate.
Yeah, you kind of got the short end of the stick, didn't you? Pity.
You definitely caught us at a bad time.
Yep.
It'll be at this point that I'm going to say everybody else is going to start gathering for dinner.
Dia says, "Oh my god, okay, so this outfit's gonna look good on you. You also need like a little top hat. Oh, that would be amazing. Maybe a little one that gets glued to the side of your head."
I don't know if top hats is necessarily a Turian style.
Come on, let's bring something else into it. Don't be so scared. You'll look good.
Gimmick hears top hat and says, "Oh, you need to add a mustache if you do that too."
Right
Nathan just
track.
started-
We're giving you a fake beard.
Nathan chuckles.
Koalin will enter into the room.
Yay.
Well, it looks like this place has gotten very crowded since I last arrived. Since I
Yeah.
last was here.
We've gotten very busy, Colin.
I see. And we still have the new friend and the Turian as well.
This is Augustus Pix. He's Vito's brother-in-law.
Augustus will nod at Koalin. Pleased to meet you. I feel very hungry. I'm excited to have something to eat.
You got those cold cut sandwiches off your mom and dad, though. Like, I don't think you should be complaining.
True. And they said thank you again for having us visit them.
It's no problem. Anyway,
Oh.
food's just about ready. I'm gonna start. He's gonna start like putting out plates on the counter and start like divvying up the pie for everyone.
Click, 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 click.
Yay, food!
Wait,
So
did you
at
wipe
this-
your hands?
Click, click, click.
Yes,
He nods.
Perfect.
And Nathan will like put a plate in front of Kasaj, and he will like actively wait for his response to the food because he's like, I want to see what Kasaj thinks of this because it's interesting to him.
He pokes at it a little bit, and then he slowly takes it up to his mouth, and he will take a bite. Texture is interesting. I like it.
Oh, good.
And then he takes another bite.
Thank you. And he has like the equivalent for Augie and for Dia as well. So he made sure to, cook up some stuff for them as well. It wouldn't seem fair to, leave them to starve.
Oh, thank you, Nathan.
I try my best.
Zajuri finally pipes up. So what's the plan? Seems like every time we're here having food, we talk about what the next step is.
Nathan like turns to look at Kasaj and then back to the group. Well, once we have the relay back up, which shouldn't take too long now, maybe the next 4 to 8 hours, more or less, we'll be heading back to Sestia. We'll be dropping off Augustus here, who will, I'm assuming you'll be heading back to Solaric.
Should we drop him off at Thessia, considering?
Well, I could order him like a taxi or something. Well, not a taxi, a flight straight from Thessia to the Citadel. So yeah, we leave Augustus off on Thessia. We get you a ride over to the Citadel, and then we head over to Ilium and start getting to work.
Again, I am not asking for you to participate in actually finding the Pathfinder team, but if you wish for it, I will accept.
Nathan kind of just shrugs and looks around the group. Any who object?
I mean, our job is to figure out what happened. If your Pathfinder knows what happened, then finding him is our responsibility.
Dia says to Gimmick, Gimmick, are there no cameras in here, right?
Well, at the moment they are not transmitting because we are out of reach of all the transmitters, and the Mass Effect relay is cut down, so we are not sending any information right now. But
Okay,
it's riddled with cameras.
Okay, I think now is a good time as any to give all the info to everyone involved. Augustus, cover your ears.
I can just step out of the room. With
No,
my
that's
food.
fine. You can still eat. Just like shit. Dia just clamps her hands over his ears so you can't hear anything.
Okay, sure.
And then she says, "Okay, so Kasaj is an alien. The entire galaxy is a ticking time bomb. We're all gonna die, and the universe is gonna die too."
What?
Great.
Okay.
Respectful.
That's a little blunt.
I think we need to tell Augie to leave the room.
Sorry, it's fine. He can't hear through my ears. It's thulium skin. Soundproof.
Nathan will like walk over and just like poke Dia in the face, like telling her to leave, like leave Augie alone. Just poke her in the face.
Fine.
Yeah, sorry, but if you wouldn't mind, we don't really, I don't think you want to get involved in this.
No, I don't want to know anything, Augie says. I don't want to be involved. I just wanted to leave the planet. You guys have obviously seemed to have something up. I want nothing to do with it. No
Fair
interest.
enough. Fair enough. Head into the nav room. There's a few tables and chairs in there.
Thank you, he says, and he will take his food out of the kitchen. Gladly take the food out of the kitchen.
Make sure you're far away from the door.
He will give you a nod as he leaves.
All right, Nathan will
Okay.
lock the door when he leaves.
Back to business. Yes, back to business. So, where are we going? Citadel first or Ilium first?
So we're gonna drop Augie off on Thessia.
Okay.
Let him. I'll get him a ship back to the Citadel, and then we're going to Ilium, because, and he will direct everyone's attention towards Kasaj. Our friend here has some information for us.
We believe that is where the Pathfinder's team was last contacted at. At least that cluster. I don't know Ilium specifically, but it sounds like that is one of the most populated areas of that cluster, and it wouldn't be a bad thing to start there.
Okay. So here's the general gist. 1. Kasaj is an Angaran from the Andromeda Galaxy.
That's so far away.
Very. 2. His people have been keeping an eye on our system, on our galaxy for a while, and he believes it's got something to do with dark matter. The whole reason that things are starting to go a bit wonky is believed to be done with dark matter. So we are going to go looking for his Pathfinders because they have more information on how, why, what, when, where, all that sort of stuff. So this isn't just about figuring out what happened to Trebia. This is about stopping it from happening again. So yeah, things are getting heavy.
Pip actually, as soon as you said dark matter, she starts pushing some stuff onto her Omni tool. And then she says, we're still not connected to the extranet. Maybe as soon as we make a jump, I can find out more information on dark matter, dark energy.
Well, from what Saj told us, it seems like dark matter, dark energy is fucking up the time-space.
Oh, that is bad.
And that we need to balance it out with some light energy, and the only way to do that is we can find this Pathfinder and get their fucking technology.
And of course, find a source of all this dark energy.
So that mission may or may not have turned into save the goddamn world.
Oh, well, save the goddamn galaxy.
No, save the goddamn universe.
And maybe
No
also
question.
the multiple dimensions.
Let's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even think about that right now. I really don't want to
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah,
not
let's
think
ignore
about
that. Let's ignore that. It's just us right now, all right? We're here to try and, save us, our
Yeah.
home. So,
And-
Let's start with that. Let's start small.
And what about multiple timelines?
Oh my
no,
God.
just
Yeah.
no, please, no. Just, let's not get into that. That's just brain meltingly not fun.
Okay.
too much pressure. Okay.
We're going to get to the Crescent Nebula. We're going to find your Pathfinder team. Hopefully, crossing every single finger I have. And Nathan does this whole 4 cross fingers thing that I'm doing right now. And he's like, we're going to try and figure and hope to every single thing we all believe in that they haven't been found by Binary Helix and aren't currently pinned down in a lab somewhere. Because that just seems like something Binary Helix would do, to be perfectly fair.
What's binary helix?
It's a genetic weapons and general bad guy, bad company, bad corporation, I guess you could say. That's been
They're the
known to do
people-
some very shady things.
They're the people
Hey.
who made Stan.
He looks towards Stan.
But yeah,
So I have one caveat if we're going to deal with binary helix.
What was that?
Is I'm going to meet up with my brother by myself.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
What? I go with you, like hidden.
No, it should be only me, because he knows it's only me, and it should stay that way.
Well, I could go inside your Omni tool or something like that.
Can you even do that?
Can I do that?
No.
I think you can actually.
Yeah,
You can merge
I don't want
into
to impose.
machines. Yeah,
Well,
you can merge into machines.
I know you can connect to it.
Yeah. If you don't think it would be bad, I could give you assistance just in case.
Mhm. And
Well, what I worry about, Logan, is if you do meet up with him and you mention, Stan, and the fact that we've got extraterrestrial life on board. Who's to say he won't go full mad scientist and report us? Because there's very little stopping him from doing that.
well, you assume I'm going to tell him.
Well, yeah, but
I'm
your
not.
brother
have
kind of
told him
works.
Stan before.
Your brother works for Binary Helix. That's a very easy way to get in if they do have this Pathfinder team.
Mhm. What I was planning on doing is I could deal with my brother, but some people who are more stealthier than me can go in, maybe scope the place out while I deal with Stan and his issue.
I can do that. Kassaj says.
Yeah, but
Kasaj and Vito, you're on that.
I kind of
Yeah,
want someone to
Kasaj.
go with you, Kassaj.
Vito.
Yeah,
Vito.
Kasaj and Vito, you're on that.
Stealth team.
Perfect. And I guess I will be the distraction because it's hard to hide me.
There's nothing really to distract. I'm more of the distraction than you. You just stay there in case we get fucked.
So, let me get this straight. Kassaj will be going with you to Ilium. Anyone else going with you? Party selection screen.
So we have to pick Kasaj. Kasaj is already highlighted. This is like his
Yeah.
loyalty mission
Yeah,
thing. He's
Kassaj
there.
is highlighted. He's there.
Yeah, it's his
So
loyalty mission.
you can pick one other person. Ooh, you actually have a choice now.
Stan
One
would be a
other
bad
person.
idea. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
Stan
saying.
would be a bad idea.
So is Koval.
Koal and Stan wouldn't be
Yeah.
the greatest. It
But if
basically
we
is
only
down to
Koalan and Stan on the ship, who knows what's gonna happen then?
Well,
Well, I say we bring Pip.
yeah. I was gonna say either Pip or Cidrari because
Yeah,
Pip is pretty good at hacking. So if we need two hackers,
Yeah.
I think what we need more is a scientist.
yeah.
We don't know.
Oh, okay. Because if you have people to kill, then yeah,
Um,
I'm all over that.
we could.
I can kill
ask
things.
them.
If we have to make a really big getaway, you can shoot people up on the way out.
There you go.
Wait,
Which is
I would like to ask Stan, what does he think about this? Would you like to go back there?
Stan shakes his head. Click,
Okay.
click, 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 click.
We've got
That
Aaron.
clears things out.
Okay.
I wish there was a way we could just talk to Stan without having to interpret through his body actions what's going on.
Yeah, I wish there was a way.
I just
tried, God damn
I
it,
just want to
tried.
point out that Gimmick has seen Kasaj
Right,
talk.
Gimmick
Yeah,
has
I know.
seen
But
So, and he's just not saying anything?
no, I mean, Kasash would say something.
Well, I think Kassaj would actually say something. He says, I was able to translate what the collector is saying.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
his. Yeah. Just call him Stan. It's easier.
Stan.
Yes.
I know how to speak Stan's language.
Okay. Can you ask him what happened in Binary Helix and how they treated him?
I mean, you could also just, give all of us the translation data, and we don't need to have you as a middleman.
He will tap into his Omni tool, click, And your translator devices will now suddenly be able to understand what Stan is saying.
Click, 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 click.
It just sounds like what Dia says anyway without the translator. Just like clicking.
So, you can now just communicate with Stan, thanks to Kasaj.
Yay!
Okay.
Good idea.
Thanks,
For us.
Kasaj.
Hi, Stan. How are you?
Hi, Dia. Why are you talking to me like this?
Oh my god, it works. Now I can understand you when you're being a little shit.
Holy shit.
What did you say?
Oh, hold it, girl. So what happened to you at Binary Felix?
What? Actually, that's not a good voice for Stan. He'll say, "What did you say?" I'll do it that way.
I love
That's
it.
Stan's voice.
Full-
What
I
did
love
you
full
say?
Stan.
dog. Oh.
Got a little bit of a vlot. A little bit of, yeah. Binary Helix. I got that place. It was so boring.
Boring.
So I left.
Can you elaborate?
There was nothing to do. I was just sitting around there waiting and waiting and waiting. I got bored. So I left.
Wait, what? No, like, did they do anything to you? Did they make you for anything?
Well, yes, they were doing experiments to try to turn me back into a Prothean. But they were taking too long. I got bored, so I left.
Then how come you know how to shoot a shotgun?
How come you know to shoot at all? It's an excellent question.
Video games?
How did you get started with video games?
Touche. Touche.
I don't remember.
Well,
When I remember waking up from some sort of dream, I guess, and my earliest memories are there at the lab.
wow. How was it to dream?
I don't remember. Lots of voices, though. The only thing I can remember is something about controlling something. Something controlling.
Oh.
That's all I can remember.
Assuming direct.
Scientists were okay. Alan was really nice. But, I got bored.
So you literally left because you got bored?
Well, yeah. Finally, as soon as I left, I got so much things I could do, like comics, comic books. So much more fun out here than in that lab.
Dia goes up to Stan, just like smacks him in the head and sits back down.
Ow! What? Why did you hit me?
Wait,
What?
and do you know the place?
Oh, I know the place.
Do you?
What? You want me to go back? Oh, if I go back, I don't want to stay because
Oh.
it was just torturous, just waiting.
No, I don't
Oh.
want you to do anything you don't want to.
Oh,
Actually,
good.
Stan, I have a question about anything. When you were escaping, you didn't see anyone that looks like Kasaj, did you?
No. No.
How long ago did you escape?
Few months ago, maybe.
I think it would have just been like Koalan guy's his mission a little after the Trebia stuff. So
So around somewhere around 2 or 3 months ago, roughly, somewhere around, because he got his mission when Trebia blew up, so at least 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. So when Sharpie blew up, Stan
He was already escaped. He was already gone. Yeah, he already escaped.
Well, at least
Okay.
we can cross that off.
Nothing bad? They didn't mistreat you or anything?
Oh, no. Food was okay. They tried to show us movies. I liked the show tunes. what they call showtunes. But they didn't have any comics. So I left.
Okay, that's enlightening.
Very.
That sounds very anticlimactic, Zajuri said.
Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting they like abused him, did all kinds of weird like invasive experiments on him. Are you sure they didn't do any of that kind of stuff? And Stan's like, no, that's barbaric. What are you talking about?
Dia just like looks over at Stray. She's like, yeah, I was sort of considering how it's ass.
Considering their history, I was sort of expecting a little bit more like, general not nicitudes,
He escaped because he was bored. That's very disappointing.
Well, you're expecting some like story about how Stan like murdered like half of the security crew.
Yes, I was ready to go in there and kill some people.
Well, hold your horses. We might end up having to do that.
Yeah, that's not rolled off the table quite yet.
I thought, your brother would be like evil or something.
Well,
was he evil?
Out of character for him to be totally evil. He's an idiot, but he's not totally evil. Hopefully. I have no idea.
Well, so far it looks like we don't have much else to go on other than getting there.
Well, bored or not, I'm supposed to take him back to Ilium. And it sounds like he wasn't abused or mistreated. So, all the more reason for me to return him back, if that's the case.
Well, I guess when you're talking with Alan, Logan, you can have him release custody to us, and we don't have to worry about that anymore.
I don't think so, considering how, Stan's a walking around collector.
I mean, that costume you made him is,
So far.
Yeah.
Well, I don't collect things but comics now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's sadder, this or what you were before. I really can't tell.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take it as you will, dear.
Well, I would say something, but you did give me all those comics, so we'll say we're even.
Even for what?
I have to be relatively nice to you right now.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Now that there's a basic comprehension, I can teach you how to read.
You can teach me how to read. Oh, yes, I would love that. Yes.
We can start when we have time.
Oh, this is so wonderful. I feel so glad that we can finally communicate with Stan. And I'm very happy to hear he wasn't abused.
Yeah.
Dia goes to her options setting in her translator and turns off collector.
Click, 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 click. Okay. Well, anything else? Pips asks.
Dessert?
Dessert. Okay. So you guys have dessert. What is it, just out of curiosity?
Chocolate toffee pudding. As like this, it's like this volcano chocolate toffee pudding that has like marshmallows and stuff on top of it. So
nice.
Yeah, it's in like a glass, so you can see into it, and you see like so he gives out everyone one. So
very nice. Cool. Okay, so I'm assuming eventually you guys go for bed. I'm assuming. So, Dia.
Oh fuck.
You are asleep in your room, and a scratching noise awakens you in the middle of the night, like scratching along your... It sounds like it's coming from your door.
Stan, stop that. She turns on her translator to collector, turns collector on. Stan, stop that. What the fuck are you doing in the middle of the night?
There's no response, and the scratching stops, so... Do you go back to bed or do you investigate?
I think Dia's gonna give it a minute. She's gonna wait to see if he's gonna try it again, knowing Stan, because she's thinking Stan's doing it.
Okay. All right.
She gets up, puts on a little nightgown, opens the door. She's like, "What the?" Ready to like blow up in Stan's face. Like she has her biotics flared up. She opens this door.
You have your biotics flared up and you open the door and there's no one there. There's no one there. The hallways look empty. There doesn't seem to be a sign of anyone in front of your door.
Dia like smacks
What do you do?
the air in front of her.
Okay, you smack the air, nothing. You don't feel anything.
Just like doing this to see if he like has like an invisibility cloak or something. God damn it! She just goes back to her bed, sits down after shutting the door, and she gets ready to go back into bed.
You get ready to go back into bed. What's going on, Gimmick?
No, I was thinking
Okay.
what could be the noise.
You try to go fall asleep again, Dia, but you start hearing whispers. Undiscernible whispers.
Dia gets up at this point. She looks around her room. Does she see anything? Does she notice anything?
You look around, you don't see anything. And as you are looking around the room, you start to feel a little feverish, slightly feverish. There's maybe, I don't know if Turians sweat, but if they did sweat, there'd be starting to bead sweat if they did, or whatever the equivalent of that would be for Turians with a fever.
Dia just looks around, and this whispering is still going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, she wakes up, gets out of the door, heads straight to Nathan's room.
You'll head to Nathan's room. I'm assuming it's locked or shut or whatever.
Knocking on it like vigorously.
You knock on the door vigorously, and then eventually the door opens up. And if you peer into the room, you don't see Nathan in there at all. The bed seems to be made. It doesn't look like he's fallen asleep that night on the bed.
Dia's gonna head to Vito next.
You go to Vito's room.
Yeah.
You also knock.
Yeah.
The door swings open. The bed is made. It doesn't look, but you don't see Vito anywhere.
Is this seriously happening?
The fever starts to feel worse.
Fuck. Dia is gonna head to Gimmick's room next.
Which is where Pip is. Mm-hmm. You get over there to Pip's room. Same thing. Opens up. Bed's made. Pip's not there.
Guys.
You yell out, "Guys," and you can hear your voice echo down the hall and then disappears in the distance.
Okay, this is bad. And she's gonna go into like one of those intercom panels on the wall, and she's gonna just like click on it. She's gonna say, "Guys, I need help."
You click on the intercom panels, and it you just get like static, like static on the intercom, as if it's like not really working.
Fuck. Shit. At this point, I'm assuming Dia's like fever is getting there, right?
I mean, I think it's plateaued currently.
Plateaued?
It's plateaued. It's not getting worse, so it's like it's still noticeably there, but I'm gonna say that it's stopped getting worse, but it's still uncomfortable.
At this point, Dia's gonna go through everyone's rooms.
Yeah. You will go to every single room. You're gonna go to every single, not even bedrooms, but just every single place on the ship. And it's empty. Like, there is nobody on the ship. If you look at the display outside, you look like you are out in space somewhere, but you have no idea where in space you are. But it seems like you're all alone on the ship right now in space. You're not moving currently, you're just kind of just there, hanging.
At this point, Dia is thoroughly freaked out. So she heads back into her room. She gets dressed into her combat gear. And she readies out her pistol, and she's just... she's going to head to the communication room.
Okay. When you go into your room, you start to put on, your combat suit. You come out, and when you come out, the hallway looks blurry. So you're not sure if maybe it's a sensation that you would normally get where you're drunk and the room is spinning a little bit and it's a little blurry and fuzzy. So you try to struggle to keep your balance, but you make it eventually to the comms section.
At this point, Dia's gun is held out and ready. Her biotics are ready in her other hand, just waiting to pop off. And as she gets to the communication room, she's going to try to connect to Alan and see if or anyone really. She's going to connect to Nilu. She's going to try to connect to anyone she can.
Yeah, you're going to try to connect to every single person you can. It's just going to be dead, whatever you call it. Dead sound.
Static
sound.
Okay, this is happening.
The whispers are getting louder. You still can't make out what they're saying. It's indiscernible.
Does it sound like an alien language?
No, it doesn't sound like an alien language. It definitely sounds like a language that you recognize, like human language or Turian language, but you just can barely make out what it's too garbled to understand what it's saying.
Dia is gonna go through the ship with her. So it's just coming around from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Is there escape ship?
Escape hatch?
Yeah. Can I actually pilot the ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you're gonna start making your way to the cockpit, and as you make your way to the cockpit, out of nowhere, as if this being just materialized in front of you, out of nowhere, these long blue arms reach out and grab a hold of your neck, almost to strangle you, and the person's face, whoever would actually grab you, gets really, really close to your face, and it looks like this creature is about to tell you something. This figure that just reached out and grabbed your throat and got really close to your face to tell you something, and that's when you wake up in your bed. You wake up in your bed, and beads of sweat are running down your face, and the room is silent. Back in your room, your fever seems to have disappeared. You don't have your fever anymore, but you still have the perspiration, and the whispering's gone. The room looks normal now.
At this point, Dia, I think, is shaking. She immediately gets her gun, gets out of her room, and checks on everyone's room.
Who are you going to first?
I think I'm going to go to Nathan's room first.
Okay.
Go in the same order.
Sure. You get in Nathan's room. Are you going to knock?
I'm banging on his door.
You're banging on... Okay, Nathan, you are awakened from the knock of banging on your door if you're in your room.
Nathan would have volunteered his room to one of Augie or Brain. Kazaj, and been he went to sleep in the cockpit. He's sitting in the pilot's chair, looking
Sure.
out at the stars.
We'll say it's Kasaj. So you are banging on Nathan's room. The door will open, and you will be, I guess, surprised to see Kassaj in front of you.
Okay. Fuck. You're here. Okay.
You seem distressed.
I don't know what happened.
Are you looking for Nathan?
I don't know what happened. Yeah, sorry about that. Dia's like fanning her face now. I'm assuming
Are you
she's
sick?
still like coming off of it, right? She still looks a little dizzy, and she's like, sorry, good night. Dia just wobbles away from Kassaj, and heads to the medbay.
Okay. I think Kassaj will attempt to follow you, but since you're moving so quickly, he feels like... I think he gets the gist that you don't want him to meddle, so he will not follow you, and you go over to the med bay. I mean, I'm going to say nobody's at the med bay since they're asleep, but you can certainly go in.
Dia's going to go rifle through the medicine, and she's going to see if she can find anything for whatever the hell she's experiencing right now.
Roll a medicine check.
Roll a -1.
Huh.
Oh, shit!
All right, you like go through the medicines, and I'm gonna say you're just so frantic about it that you like toss. You're so frantic about it that you like toss all this medication to the side, and like some of the bottles of medicine like shatter or something along those lines and are no longer good. So you're not gonna be able to find anything yourself to help you with whatever it is you're going through at the moment. But some of the medicine's been destroyed.
Dia just like puts a hand on the table, and she's just breathing in. Okay, was that a night terror? Maybe it was a night terror. It was a night terror. I'm fine. Haven't had one in years. Breathe.
Would all of the other PCs roll perception, please?
Nathan's asleep.
Okay. I'm gonna say that, Vito, you are awoken from a commotion coming from the med bay. You will wake up.
Breathe. Fuck. Dia just smashes
Vito's
her gun
moving.
against the side of the table. I'm just like, breathe.
Gimmick doesn't sleep, but Gimmick didn't hear the commotion. Go ahead.
Yeah, Vito's moving immediately towards the medbay.
You will get to the med bay, and you're going to see Dia in a very exasperated state, and there's some destroyed bottles of medicine on the floor.
Is everything all right?
She turns towards you, her gun facing you, wide-eyed. She's like, sorry.
Good question. Okay.
Are you real?
I hope I am.
Fuck. Okay. Do you know? Yeah, I trying to find something for myself. I don't know what's going on. I think I had a panic attack. I think.
I can try to look.
Please.
Medicines up though.
Kiwi, if you want to roll a medicine, you may.
I will. Character sheet medicine.
I'm gonna say that you don't find anything in particular that could help, but that's probably because you don't have enough knowledge to decide what is a good thing to take.
Shit. I don't know.
Okay, it's fine. I just need some.
You know what? I have a few movies. I can set one up. You can sit in.
No, I don't want any noises. Please. Noises are the last thing I want. I don't want to hear voices again. Fuck.
No problem.
Dia's gonna go Is there like a window in the medbay that she can look out from?
Yeah, I'll say there's a window. I'll say yeah.
And we're still in the city, right?
You're still in the city. You have not left Arun yet. You're still on the ground.
Okay, we're still in the city. That's good. It's just a dream then. That was a bad, real fucking bad dream. Okay.
Night, dear.
Oh god, that was so weird.
Yeah. I've had a few recently. I would say take a dip, but yeah. I've been told Turians don't swim.
Mhm. Okay. Sorry about the gun. Yeah, I was very fucked over in my dream.
It's alright. It's normal. Yeah.
I usually don't get these dreams. I had them when I was younger, but then I got over them.
Happens.
Vito's going to move closer and hug Dia.
Adia accepts the hug, but then she breaks it, and she's just like holding her neck where that thing grabbed her in her dream. And is there any marks here you can see?
Vito, roll a perception.
Woo!
You believe you are able to thoroughly examine Dia, and you don't see any marks at all. No unusual marks.
It's alright. Just a dream.
That felt way too real.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they do.
Sorry about the mess. I'll clean it up in the morning.
It's fine. I've had my sleep. I was gonna wake up anyway, so if you want me around,
Dia, go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom. Okay.
Okay. All right. So, you're pulling yourself back together. You're trying to calm yourself down from this nightmare. And with a wisdom save of 17, you recognize the person who reached out to you and grabbed you by the throat. The individual who reached out to you and grabbed you by the throat was this character.
Oh, Christ.
Do I recognize her?
Yes, you recognize her.
Okay. Oh, fuck. You know that girl, Amia Takaya? Takaya? I don't know, that girl.
Biedible player, the one that ran away from the CSEC.
Yeah, she sort of tried to... I think she strangled me in my dream? Or tried to tell me something? I sure as hell have never met her in my life before.
Yeah,
So...
dreaming about someone that you've only seen once is odd.
I didn't even know she existed. Should we take that as a red flag?
I don't know. I'll remember it for later, though. You take it easy, and I'll remember that.
Okay. Just as long... I just hope to God that those side effects of being a biotic user don't start popping up on me. You know?
Soon you'll grow a third arm. It's normal.
Or go crazy and try to kill everyone.
Please don't.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna head back to my room now. Have a good sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dia heads back into her room, not really looking back at Vito. She closes her door, and she doesn't want to fall asleep again tonight. So she's gonna do like her to help with her biotic training. She used to always meditate to help keep it under control. So she's gonna do that right now. She's gonna try to meditate, and yeah.
You will meditate, which will not count as a long rest, but it'll count as a short rest. And so you will have an uneventful rest of your night. The next morning will come around, and you will get a message from Nilu's line. I don't know if there's something that you wanted to roleplay before that happens tomorrow morning. No? Okay. You guys will be asked, I guess you guys will be asked to all meet at the cockpit where the message is being received. And instead of Nilu, it's actually Din Korlak. Is this the Revolution crew?
Present and correct. Hello, Din.
I wanted to personally give you my thanks, not only to rescue me from my predicament, but also to help assuage people's fears here on Irune. Ever since we broadcasted that message yesterday, conditions here have improved greatly.
That's good to hear.
Nilu also wanted to let me know that the mass relay should be fully connected for Thessia. They've run their tests and are confident in its safety. We will be opening it up for the public soon, which is why if you want to get yourselves through the relay before that happens, I suggest you do so quickly.
Question: Is the extranet back on?
Yes, you should have full connection now to the extranet and all of its services.
Okay, thank you. Dia's gonna just go off on her own for a little bit.
It's going to be at this point that Pip, I'm assuming everybody's there, so Pip is going to go ahead and dial a few things into her tool. Oh, I have quite a bit of a data dump to give you all when you have a moment. And Din Korlak will say, is there anything else that you need of us? There isn't very much I can give you except for a few credits for your help. The people of Irune are greatly in your debt.
I have something that I think you should do. Last time when we were helping you, you were kind of mean to our friend Koalan. You laughed at him. And considering that he proved himself, I think that you owe him an apology.
Yes, you are right. He will turn towards Koalan. Justicar and Tyr, please accept my apologies. I should not have reacted that way when we first interacted. It was unbecoming of me. Hopefully we can move past this and let bygones be bygones. And Koalan will say, all I did was come here to help my people. But your apology is also greatly accepted. And with that, they will nod to each other.
Thank you.
Is there anything else? Din Korlak asks. All right. In that case, Din Korlak, for your services in helping him and the people of Irun, you are each getting a piece 10,000 credits. A piece.
In South, okay.
10,000. Holy.
A piece. Yes.
Okay, so it's
So now Dia can buy a whole lot more of those pictures she wants.
more
Yeah.
Pixie August pictures.
More saucy August
Yes.
pics
Dia
pictures.
can buy more pictures.
You can
yes.
invest.
You can invest. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
If there's nothing else, Din will say goodbye if there's nothing else. Pip will say, for anyone who's still in the room, Pip will say, so here is the research I managed to get on dark energy. So dark energy is the name given to the universal fifth force identified by astronomers during Earth's late 20th century. Like gravity, dark energy influences all matter in the galaxy, and its effects can be seen on both cosmological and subatomic scales. The repulsive effects of dark energy are the primary reason the expansion of the universe is gradually accelerating. Or so they say. Dark energy is manipulated using the extremely rare material Element Zero. When subjected to powerful electrical currents, Element Zero releases dark energy that can be harnessed to create mass effect fields. Many of us already know that, effectively raising or lowering the relative mass of all objects within the field. With the nodules and natural electrical impulses in their nervous systems, biotics can generate and wield dark energy biologically, but the effort is physically demanding. Dark energy and mass effect fields have practical uses across a wide range of manufacturing and technology fields. Most significant is the enabling of faster-than-light travel, which has opened up the vast distances of space to exploration and colonization. Theories revealed that the 13.7 billion years which has elapsed since the Big Bang is actually nowhere near long enough for the huge structures of today's universe to have developed by the gradual process of gravity and increasing density. This could only have happened if there was and or is much more matter in the universe than our current estimates of the matter tied up in the visible stars. This has led to speculation about so-called dark matter, an unknown substance which emits no light, heat, radio waves, nor any other kind of radiation, thus making it extremely hard to detect. If 74% of the total mass of the universe consists of dark energy, and about 85% of the remaining actual matter, representing about 22% of the total, is dark matter, then this suggests that only around 4% of the universe consists of what we think of as normal, everyday atom-based matter such as stars, intergalactic gas, etc. The problem is, if too much dark energy is collected in the universe, it will become unstable, and all of reality as we know it is theorized to be destroyed.
Okay.
This is what was from records of something called Wikipedia back in the 2010s, 20s.
Oh, that's
So even back then, dark energy and dark matter was a thing that was theorized.
So Kaji kind of said that, it was fairly normal up until about a decade ago. Like, we were producing it at a rate that wasn't overtly alarming, wasn't really a threat to anything,
That's
and
correct.
there was enough of light matter otherwise to counteract it. But
Correct.
something
Exactly a decade ago?
Seemed to be, that's when concentrations of dark energy seemed to spike up was approximately starting 10 years ago and has been increasing rapidly ever since.
Reaper War was 13 years ago.
Hmm.
Crucible happened 3 years prior, so...
Can I make any roll to kind of? Oh,
We didn't notice anything 3 years prior. Go ahead, roll. Did you want to make a roll for something, Astra?
yeah, to kind of, because I would have significant events in the timeline, and kind of check if
Sure.
there's anything that
Electronics, please.
electronics. No, I rolled engineer. That's engineering. Electronic.
Yep, roll electronics.
Well,
I don't think that you know of anything really significant that happened 10 years ago.
okay.
I don't think that there was any event or major breakthrough that would suggest anything that you're aware of. But Mikhail says, but we know something significant happened 10 years ago.
Exactly.
I don't
We
know
blame-
what that might be.
We blame season 1 group. They fucked us all over.
I wonder if I do wonder if Salo might know something about all this, because I'm assuming he would have kept some sort of tabs on things. So
Well,
maybe when we're in Thessia, we send him a quick message and ask about it.
we can ask him now. We have access to the extranet now.
Good point. I'll send him a message.